Hello and welcome to another episode of Tekkit Lite Crash Course. Today we're going to talk a little bit more about pipes, because there are a couple I didn't go over last episode, and we're going to be draining Vesuvius into some tanks. So, lots of new topics today. Let's go ahead and get started. First things first, we'll get these pipes out of the way. I talked about the basic pipes, stone and cobblestone, like I said, basically the same thing. They just don't interact, stone and cobblestone. So if you place them right next to each other, they won't join, like wood joins to the cobble there. We talked about diamond. Diamond's a sorting pipe. That's always a good time. There's also a new type of pipe that was added called emerald. Let's grab a little bit of glass here. Emerald pipes are a bit like... Where's my glass? What? Lag. Seriously, what's going on here? There we go. Okay, I guess let's hang on to the side. Anywho. Emerald pipes are a bit like wood pipes in that they are powered by pumps here, like these guys. And that's not a crafting bench. They actually have a built-in filtering system, which is kind of neat. So, let's see. Say we knock this guy here out, and we replace it with an emerald pipe. Nice bright green pipe, so very festive. And basically just pop into these filters here what you want it to pull out. Anything that's in there, or anything that's not in there will not be pulled out of whatever you're pulling from. So you attach it to a chest and say you only want to pull dirt and cobble for your recycler here. You just put dirt and cobble into the filters there, and then only pull that. I just want to pull scrap right now, because that's, well, it's coming out of the thing anyway, so we're just going to toss that in there. Again, it just samples it. It doesn't actually take the item, so you can put it back, put it where it belongs. Of course, I have been using my system. I've gone out and mining a couple times. Basically, just as designed, all the ores go up there, all the crap goes into the recycler, and I've got lots of scrap to show for it. See? 8 stacks. Super sweet. So we got that. There's also an iron pipe. I've got some iron here. And the iron pipe is basically a one-way pipe, and can be used for a nifty trick I'll show you now. The only thing is, you do have to be able to redirect it, because it won't automatically go exactly the way you want it to. Nothing ever does in life, right? So for that we need a wrench. Now of course we made a wrench before for Industrial Craft 2. This is a different wrench, which can get a little confusing, because we made this one, then we made the electric version. That won't work here. We need this wrench. This wrench is made with a gear. Stone gear specifically. So we're going to need a bit of cobble, we're going to need a bit of stick. Do I have wood? I have wood. Alright, let's do this thing. So take your stick, make a gear, and stone gear is next tier up. I don't know how much actually went into gears, but then you place your iron around it, and in a Y you get a wrench. And this wrench can be used to modify pipes and a few other things. So basically just go ahead and knock these out. This is the trick I was telling you about. Basically, you see the way it's laid out. The solid side of each pipe is the direction it won't go. The open side is the direction it will go. So it'll only come in here, go down there, and then into the recycler. These two sides are actually cut off from this setup. What I wanted to do, I wanted to create a loop so that if too many items are going to the recycler, they won't spit out the side like they have been. So, I want it to come down here. And I actually want this to be a standard pipe. So we're going to replace that again with cobblestone. So that way it does have the option of going this direction. Then we're going to set it so that it comes up this way. Then it comes back around. Now it won't go back out that way because it's a one-way pipe. And just keep going round and around and around and around and around and around. So it'll create a loop of just junk waiting to go into the recycler. Which is cool. So that's your iron pipes. There are also redstone and gold pipes, which I really don't have the space to demonstrate here. What they do, redstone pipes, when an item goes through them, they put out a redstone signal, which you can use to like activate lights or sensors or things like that. Gold pipes are used to accelerate items, so if they receive a redstone signal or you power them with a torch or a lever, the item will launch down the pipe at a high rate of speed. For a reasonable distance. You have to put a few in a row. Someone's getting into the chest there. So yeah, gold and redstone, we won't go into those. Maybe when we build our full array, we'll speed up some things using gold and redstone. You can use them in tandem too. You can put like a redstone right before gold so that the redstone powers the gold and launches the item so you don't have to have torches and levers everywhere. Cool stuff. So now we're going to talk about waterproof pipes. And for waterproof pipes, we need pipe waterproof. Pipe waterproof is made using the cactus green. So we're going to need some of this cactus here. I'm going to replant some of this cactus here. Alright, to make the pipe waterproof, first you need your cactus green dye. So those cactus I harvested, I cooked them up, made my cactus green. You just take the cactus green and you toss it into the crafting area of your anywhere. So then you get your pipe waterproof, and then your pipe waterproof simply combines with almost any given pipe, and it creates a waterproof pipe. Now, of course, we can't just, stick waterproof pipe down Vesuvius and expect to get anything out of it. For that, we need a pump. Now, there are different kinds of pump in the game. You do have to be careful you're making the right one. The one we want to make is this ugly-looking guy right here. And this guy basically combine a tank and a mining well. Mining well and tanks, also two things I haven't discussed. So we're just going to make the well, make the tank, and make the thing. Tanks we will be discussing this episode, though, so bear with me while I make myself a mining well. Alright, so I've got my mining well here, and to make the tank, which we are going to be talking about this episode, basically to make a tank you just make a chest out of glass and produces a single tank. Tanks are used to hold fluids that you pump out using the mining well, or you can also use buckets, which is kind of neat. So basically just pop that in there, pop the tank in the top, and we get a pump. And the pump also needs to be powered. It is a buildcraft item, we need buildcraft energy. So we're going to make ourselves a redstone engine while we're here. Let's see, so I need that, I need some cobble. I do recommend making more than one redstone engine, because a single one will make it work excruciatingly slowly. So we're going to make, 1, 2, 3, how many free sides? We're going to make 4 to cover every free side. Okay, now we have our redstone engines and we have our pump. Now all we need is something to get it down the side of the mountain. There are a couple ways to do this. Either you can just run really long pipes, or you can do it remotely using a combination of waterproof pipes and an ender tank, which I did take a look at last time. Or you can do it with phased pipes. We're going to do the ender tank first, just because, we're all familiar with ender stuff, and it's also really cool. So let's head back up here. We're going to grab some obsidian, among some other things. Extra iron and such. And fall down the hole. Let's see, so I needed blaze rods. I needed some wool, so I'm going to go cost my sheep for that. So yeah, like I thought, the ender tank does work like an ender chest. I did a little experimentation offline in creative mode just to try to get it to go, and it goes pretty well. Let's see. So to make that, first we need a cauldron. Take that. Only one cauldron. It was these two either side. How's that made? Wool on the top. No. Blaze rods on the outside. Wool goes in the top. See if I can do this. I can't do this. What is it? Oh, I need the pearl and obsidian as well. I forgot pearls. I'll be right back. Alright, so grabbed a pearl. Toss that guy in there. Obsidian either side. And voila, ender tank. Now I do need 2 of those, so I'm going to make a second one. Okay then, I've made my second ender tank. And right now, we're at the top of Vesuvius here. Sun's going down, so I should probably make this quick. The best way to position a pump is just to, well, place it directly above what it is you're trying to pump. And to power it, oh, see, here comes the extraction pipe. It'll keep going down until it finds a little bit of fluid. And I believe it'll only pump the fluid if there's actually a pipe attached to it. So what we're going to do right now is grab one of our pipes, one of our basic pipes, like the transport pipe. We're going to waterproof it. Now, note that you don't need to use the wooden pipe on the side of this, like you would to extract from a chest. It'll automatically pump into a waterproof pipe that's attached to it, which is really quite handy. And then you just take your ender tank and you put it on this side here. And anytime this pumps out, it'll go into the ender tank. Now the ender tank can hold... Oh, I'm on fire. Where's my food? Where's my food? Where's my food? So remember, kids, be careful when working around lava. Don't fall in. Alright, so we're going to go on top of this and not fall into the lava. We're going to take our dyes. We're going to color code the top of this here. Oh, right, I'm shifted. Remember, kids, don't hold shift when dyeing things. So we're going to go red, red, orange, just for sillies. And now to power this thing, we need to use those engines. Now, not all Buildcraft devices can be powered by redstone engines. Some of them require just too much power for the redstone engines to work, so you need more powerful engines. Like the Blue Electric engine, Stirling engines, various other engines that are available in the game. And since these are so weak, this will actually run very, very slowly. I'm going to save one of these redstone engines because we need to extract from our other ender tank into a regular tank. So yeah, those will go. And since this will be running so slowly, now you need lapis, and not gold dust. Glowstone dust. So you need to form the gold dust and the glowstone dust, and then use the glowstone dust on the circuit. Ah, see, there it goes. You just saw it pump right in there. See, it's filling up a little bit. Now I just have to get back down to town. Eventually I'm going to have, once the factory's built, I'm going to have, huge tank depositories with all sorts of crazy fluids in them. Some of them not mentionable and, polite company. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and build a tank up on the side here. We're going to pump directly into it. So let's go make some tanks. Like I said, you just take a glass, arrange it like so, and just make as many as you can. Right now I got 6. So we're just going to jump down here in the town basement, stack up our tanks. So it brings it right up to the surface here. That'll do for now. Vesuvius does have quite a bit of lava in it, but it should not fill this tank. I hope. So we're going to go ahead and grab some wooden pipe, waterproof it, grab another piece of stone pipe and waterproof it. And get some lava flowing into those new tanks. So now we're just going to put our ender tank here. Take your dye, make sure it's dyed the same way as your prior ender tank, just like the chests. Boop. Did I do that right? Did I get my code wrong? I don't even know. Go check. No, it's red, red, orange. Normally that would show the same level. Maybe I have to attach a pipe to it. Anyway, to get the lava out of it, need some waterproof wooden pipe, just like the standard wooden pipe. Need some waterproof stone pipe. Attach the wooden one here. Attach the stone one here. Again, this will be expanded later. This is just a temporary measure. Then we just take our redstone engine, plonk it on top, grab a lever, attach it to the back, and flip it on. And if this is working correctly, it should pump the lava that's in my ender tank into my regular tanks. If it's working correctly. Anyway, more on waterproof pipes. Basically, they have the same functions as their not waterproof counterparts. So, like I said, waterproof wooden pipe just draws out fluids from tanks. Waterproof transport pipes, you know all about those. Don't think there's a waterproof diamond pipe. In fact, let's take a look at what's in here. Waterproof. Alright, so yeah, there's an emerald. There's a sandstone waterproof pipe. I don't know what that does. Void waterproof pipes. Any void pipe is basically a block eliminator. It just takes the block, removes it from the game. Delete. Golden waterproof pipe accelerates fluids, obviously. Iron waterproof pipe, one way. So yeah, exactly the same kind of thing as... Oh, one I did forget to discuss. The switch pipe. Switch pipe, basically give it a redstone signal, and that judges whether or not it's going to pump things through it or not. It's actually quite handy for conductive pipes, which we haven't done yet. But yeah, those conductive pipes basically conduct buildcraft power. And the phased pipes let you teleport items or fluids or power. So you can carry around like a phased conductive pipe and basically have buildcraft power anywhere you need to go. Now, why is this thing not working? Okay, yes, I know I got the code wrong. I'm a lunkhead. So assuming. Anyhow, now you can see it's pumping directly out of the ender tank into our regular tanks. We'll head down into the town basement here. Take a look at what the tanks are doing. So the tank basically just fills up with fluid. Now you can fill these with pumps. You can fill these with buckets. You can't fill them with cells, but you can also fill cells and buckets and such from the tank. So you can get yourself some lava cells from your lava. You can find a chicken in your basement for some strange reason. So yeah, that's definitely a thing. Let's see. So I was going to talk a little bit. Do I have time for phased pipes? Yeah, what the heck, we're going to throw phased pipes in here. Alright, now to make our phased pipe, I know they're pretty expensive. We first need diamond gears. And diamond gears you have to build up from wood gears all the way through the gear levels. Diamond gear is the highest tier of gear that I know of. So we're going to go ahead and make those. And there we go. We now have our diamond gears around our glass. We have 4 phase transport pipes from that. Now we only really need 2 for this particular task. Now, how do I waterproof these things? Let's see, waterproof pipe. Oh, has to be above it. So we need 2 of those. We're just going to leave that there because I don't care. Now we've already got our stone pipe. I'm going to need to make another pump, so I'm going to do that. Alright, so we've got our pump, we've got our pipes, we've got our engines, and we've got some levers to power said engines. And we've got another dimensional anchor in order to keep those things running when we're not online. Right now we're going to go out to a little place where I found oil. There are spouts of oil, basically almost literally black water here and there in the world. Oil can then be refined into fuel. Fuel can be used to power different types of engines. Not jetpacks anymore, though. I discovered that the hard way when I was experimenting with the conventional fueled jetpack. I will be building one of those, don't worry. It's just a bit more complicated and less practical than I was hoping. So it's just gonna have to wait. Let's see, where's that oil? Here we go. I see all this black stuff all over the place here. This is oil. This is an environmental disaster. But yeah, basically oil. You hear it flowing like water. In deserts and places like that, it'll spawn in little pools, almost like little lakes of oil. Out in the ocean, you'll usually find like huge gouts. I don't feel like going out in the ocean, so I found this little place. This is just a small spout in the middle of the woods here. We're going to cut down some of these trees, put up some torches so I can see what I'm doing. Alright, so we've got those pesky trees out of the way, and you can more clearly see the oil spout here. This is the center of it, so this is where we want to put our pump, sorry. So we're going to grab, brought cobblestone. I'm not sure exactly where I can actually place this stuff. Here we go, that's a good spot. Again, you want to get right over center if we're just trying to pump. Let's grab our pump here. Plop that there. Should see the pipe come out. Okay, you can see it going into the top there. Grab our engines once again. And our levers. That there. That there. Shoot a creeper in the face. Trying to ruin my work. No, you can't star in my videos. It's my videos. Not gonna turn these on just yet. We'll get the pipe set up first. It's kind of hard working around this flowing stuff here. That's why we have the jetpack. Get up and around it. So, just take our waterproof pipes, including the phased version. Stick that to the side, and then we'll just stick the phased pipe to it. If I can get there. Now the phased pipe, see, it just sort of ends. It'll only connect to one pipe at a time, I think. Okay, just walk up to it. If you right-click it, you can see you can set the frequency for it. So you can pick any frequency you want. You can set it to private or public. So if you set it to private, it's your frequency. No one else can like tap oil from that particular pipe. You can also set it to send only or send and receive. Obviously, one has to be set to receive in order to actually receive what it is you're pumping. So what we're going to do, we're going to pick a number. 112 sounds good. Right now it doesn't have any outputs because it's not connected to another pipe. You have to get the other pipe in pump A set up to receive this oil. So you're going to grab our dimensional anchor, set it over here so this stuff keeps running even while we're away. Go head back to pump A. Alright, I've discovered through error and error that this is a stone transport pipe, so I can't put another stone transport pipe next to it, or else it'll dump lava into my tank on the side here. So I went back to the factory, and I made a cobblestone transport pipe. You can see it's a little bit darker than the stone, and they do not interact with each other. So the phased pipe on top of that, Remember, to adjust phase pipes, you do need a wrench. You can't just right-click on it with your hand. So I'll set this guy to the same frequency. Set it to send and receive, and there it goes. You can see here's the oil, which is coming from our little oil pump in the distance, being sent down into our tank. Now hopefully that tank has enough capacity to hold all that oil. Let's see how it's coming along here. Head into the basement. Here's our oil. Here's our lava coming from Vesuvius. And as that oil gets pumped out, that fountain of oil that you saw over there, that's indicative that there's like an oil cavern down below. And once it gets to that cavern, it'll keep pumping and pumping and pumping until that is empty. Once it reaches stone at the bottom, it will no longer pump. Same thing goes for lava and volcanoes, water sources, that sort of thing. You can, of course, tank water, and you can put it up over infinite water sources. So you can have basically just an infinite tank of water. Oh, getting another delivery here. So there we are. 2 ways to remotely pump fluids. As I said before, you can set up long pipe networks, but that takes forever. And especially if you're pumping, say, from the ocean to here, it's impractical because you have to keep those chunks loaded in order to keep that fluid flowing. I didn't want to do that. So we've got the Ender tank, which is handy dandy, and it can also be set up anywhere, which is neat. Or you've got your phased pipes, which you can use to just dump into a storage tank. And with those dimensional anchors, those will keep pumping and pumping even when I'm not online. I should probably set up another anchor over here so that these keep running as well and my tanks keep filling. But yeah, that's remote liquid exploitation. And that is an episode. We're going to call it a day. Once Vesuvius is empty, we're going to dig it out. The oil will play with refineries a little bit later on. But for today, that is that. Talk to you later. Good day.